What's up, y'all? What's good? Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. I would like to welcome you to week 2 of the NFL predictions, where I make my picks for the playoffs to see who's going to win and who's going home. And last week, I went 4 for 6 on picks, so I was about 2/3 correct. That's not too bad. Bills and Jaguars messed that pick up. Lost that prediction, and then also the Chargers and the Patriots lost that prediction as well. So as a result, I got to do 50 push-ups, 50 squats, 50 sit-ups, and 20 burpees. So I will be knocking those out at some point today, because you guys get this video on Friday, even though I'm recording this video on Thursday. But now we are on to the 4 divisional round games. These are the teams that are still in the NFL playoffs. And out of these out of these 8 teams, only 4 are going to advance to the championship round. So you're going to have 2 from the NFC and 2 from the AFC that will be advancing forward. So here are my picks, and I'm going to tell you guys why these are my picks, what I think behind it, and so on and so forth. I'm very happy that one of my ops have been eliminated, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are going home. I didn't know the game was going to be that bad. I thought it was going to be a little closer, but Texans defense, they're on some other stuff. But we're going to get to that in just a second. First of all, we're going to start off with the Bills and the Broncos. The Broncos had a bye week, so nothing to talk about with them. Bills, Josh Allen, as always, Superman, Super Josh Allen, if you will, came through clutch. You don't have a quarterback like Josh Allen, you don't have the Bills advancing to the divisional round. I think they did a phenomenal job last week. It was a good game against the Jaguars overall. Jaguars just fell a little bit short. But as far as the Bills versus the Broncos, I think the Bills are going to win this one. I think it's going to be a very close game. I have the Bills upsetting the Broncos, the number 1 seed, 31-28. And it really is just going to come down to Josh Allen being a better quarterback. I mean, both teams have a very good offense. Both teams have a good defense. I will say the Broncos' D is very legit, not going to lie. Not as good as the Texans, but their defense is still pretty good nonetheless. We'll see. You could flip-flop this game either way. If you said the Broncos were going to win by that score, I can't be mad at you. Those are just my thoughts. I think Josh Allen just has a little bit of superhero in him. Hopefully he doesn't get as beat up. He is going to be in the cold, but Buffalo Bills, they're already in the cold, so he's used to it at this point. So yeah, I got the Bills taking the victory on that one and advancing to the AFC Championship. Next, we have the 49ers and the Seahawks, a.k.a. the Rat Hawks. Yes, I'm a 49ers fan, just in case you forgot or you didn't check out last video. This is going to be the 3rd meeting. We, the 49ers, because that's one of my teams, we beat the Seahawks in week 1. The Seahawks got the best of us in a very defensive slugfest the last week of the season, the regular season, and I think we owe it to them for a little bit of get back, if you will, in their home. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they are the number 1 seed. Last week, they had a bye week. The 49ers, we took care of business with the Eagles. We kind of lost a very, very, very important guy, George Kittle. Wish him the best. He tore his Achilles, unfortunately. We were still able to get through. Shout out to Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. And the defense, Coach Saylor, he did exactly what he needed to do to make sure defense was on point. And you know what's crazy? And I've been saying this all season long. 49 is not even supposed to be here, y'all. We didn't have so much injury. If you look at us and what we've done on paper, it's, child, it's no wonder we are here. I mean, it's not a guarantee that we'll make it to the Super Bowl. We'll have to wait and see. But regardless, if this is the end or if this is going to be a continuation, we've had a heck of a season. And Kyle Shanahan, he absolutely deserves Coach of the Year. And if he doesn't get it, he should definitely be in the runnings for it. But without further ado, 49ers versus the Seahawks, I think it's going to be another close one. I think the offense has a chance to get its act together for the 49ers. I think the Seahawks defense will still be strong and will not give the 49ers any easy way out. I think it's going to be a close one. I got 49ers 24, Seahawks 17, with the 49ers advancing to the AFC Championship. I might be just wearing my heart on my sleeve, possibly. I definitely could be wrong. We'll see. I will say this is, out of all the teams that have a game this weekend. These are the two teams that know each other the most. This will be the third time that we've seen them and third time that they are going to see us. So there's going to be no tricks. It's pulling out all the stops. It's going to be a nail biter to the end. And yeah, I think the 49ers are going to come out on top. I believe we can do it. Next game on Sunday, we have the Texans versus the Patriots. And might I say, like I said before, Texans and Patriots, both teams had an outstanding defense. With Patriots and Chargers and Texans and Steelers, it was almost like a stalemate until both teams in the fourth quarter decided to say, you know what, let's stop playing with our food and let's get it done, right? So I think what's really going to come down to this game is the offense. Who has the better offense? Because both teams have a very good defense. I will say Texas defense is better than the Patriots. Offense, you could argue Patriots have a better offense than the Texans offense, but my whole thing is I think it's really going to boil down to the defense. And I will say this. I'm going to give my prediction, but I'm going to put an asterisk. I think the Texans are going to win 29-14 over the Patriots. But let me say this before y'all go ahead and nail me to the cross, right? C.J. Stroud has to play good. And we know he's capable of playing good. He's played good plenty of times before throughout the season. I'm not saying that the offense is top 5 offense, but their defense is definitely, in my personal opinion, number 2 in the league. Number 1 would go to the Seahawks, in my personal opinion. And you could argue they could be interchangeable between number 1 and number 2. Depends on how you choose to look at it. Nonetheless, this is a top-notch defense. And C.J. Stroud has to play good. But at the same time, Drake has been balling out too. For the fact that this is his second year and he's doing as good as he's been doing, props to the kid. You know what I'm saying? You don't have too many second-year QBs that really do as well as he's been doing. The list is very, very short, at least within the past new millennium, if you will, the past 26 years, right? With that being said, if C.J. Stroud does not play well, I do think the Patriots do have a chance to take over. But like I said, Texans 29, Patriots 14. If the defense is on point, if C.J. Stroud is on point, defense is going to be on point regardless. If C.J. Stroud is not on point, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And last but not least, we got the Rams and the Bears. And this is my, Seahawks are the second ops for me being a 49ers fan. The Rams are third op, I should say. But, hey, look, op don't matter. At the end of the day, real keep it real recognize real. I have the Rams beating the Bears 30-24. I think it is going to be another very close game. I think both quarterbacks are going to be absolutely astounding. And I think what it's really going to boil down to is who slips up at the last minute. That's what it's going to boil down to. Who slips up at the absolute last minute? The Bears, they were down quite a bit against the Packers, and they made their way back, and they won the game. The Rams, it was kind of a bit back and forth action. Then all of a sudden, the Panthers started taking over. Then the Rams took over. Then the Panthers took back over. Then the Rams took over again, and they got it done. Shout out to Bryce Young. He did an amazing, phenomenal job. But yeah, I got the Rams winning 30-24 to advance to the NFC Championship. So my predictions as far as who's going to the AFC and NFC Championship, I think it's going to be the Bills versus the Texans for the AFC. And the NFC, I believe it's going to be the 49ers versus the Rams. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how things go. Those are my predictions. Like I said, I'm 4 for 6. Any ones that I get wrong this week, we're doubling it up. So it's going to be, for each one I get wrong, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, and 20 burpees. So we upping it up. Let's see if we can get to a, well above percentage. For me, I think any percentage that I got right above 70 is really, really good. Not quite there yet, but we got a couple more weeks to go. Maybe I have time to get it there. If I can end it at 70 or higher, then hey, I'm in good hands and I feel good about what I'm saying. All right? Marcus Frazier, Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be better. You thank you for joining me. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I will see you back with the next segue next Friday. We will talk about what happened with the divisional round and, yeah, all that good stuff. Till next time. Peace.